Hi guys. So I had the coolest dream last night, and I figured I'd just tell you about it. So, okay, so I was like the main dude, like the main highest staff member of like a disease control place, kind of like the movie Contagion and stuff, with like the whole body suits and the gloves, and you go in there and mix up all these things. Anyways, we had this disease like quarantined in our facilities, and we had to make sure that it never got out because it would like spread across the world in like 3 days or something like that, and everybody would die, or I don't know, it was something weird like that. And to make a long story short, in the very beginning, it got out eventually, and I'm like, oh shit, I'm screwed because I was supposed to make sure that it didn't get out. And so it's we have like this big old world map with like current time and everything. We kind of like the movie Contagion, where it pops up in all these areas, and I'm like, oh shit, like I have to call their places and be like, you need to quarantine that right now or else you're all gonna die. And eventually it's everywhere, and people in my little facility are getting infected with it, and I don't really know what kind of disease it is, but it's one, I think it turns you into like I don't know, like an animal. I don't know what it was, but it killed you eventually. And so I'm like, man, I need to get out of here. I need to go somewhere where I can't get infected. And I don't know, when I opened the door to leave this place, I like bumped into someone, and we both fell, and it was a girl, and like she helped me up, and she's like, I don't know, this is just my dream. And she's like, oh, you're Jordan, right? And I was like, yeah. And she's like, I love you. And I was like, what? So this girl just randomly loves me, I don't know what, and like, she's a mermaid. I don't know, she's a mermaid, but like a walking mermaid, because on land, I don't know, I guess she walks. But she's like, I can save you, you just have to follow me. I was like, okay. So, I follow her, and we go like underground, but it's like this big ass, it's like a world underground, kind of like in Star Wars. You know how they have like Jar Jar Binks's world underneath the water? It's kind of like that, but half water, half like big caves and stuff, and like systems of, I don't know, it's really weird. And so I'm following this chick, and I think it was like an acid trip kind of thing, because when we were like running, and we were jumping on giant flowers, like big rose flowers and stuff, and they would, whenever you would step on them, the pollen would shoot out. And I get up on this balcony, and I faint because I think I'm getting like infected. So this mermaid kisses me, and then like almost instantly I start looking at my skin, and I'm turning into, I can see like scales growing on me, like fish scales. And kind of like the Disney movie, like with the mermaid dude, the merman guy who's like the swimmer in high school. Anyways, so I'm like seeing that, and like there was like this weird camera angle where like I could see me and her like running, but I wasn't in my point of view. I was in like a third looking at us run, and it was just really weird. And I think eventually we got saved, but then we went into like the Jar Jar Binks world, where we lived underground, and no one, it was like our own world, and no one was infected or anything. And I think like and we had cameras up on Earth, like the surface, and like everybody was dead up there, and we were like, whoa. So we went up there after like 100 years, and we went to this, I guess civilization was back or something like that, I don't know. And we went to this bar, and we were in our human form now, because we're not mermaids anymore, or mermen and mermaids. And we went to this bar, it's kind of like a Hooters bar, and I was just sitting down eating my food and drinking a beer, I think. or soda, and this person behind the bar is like yelling at me. I'm like, what the hell? Or why are you yelling at me? I'm not doing anything. And she's like, you need to get out of here, blah blah blah. And then I was like, well, okay, whatever. You're being like, I think I was probably cussing at her. Why are you being so bitchy, blah blah blah. And then I don't know. And then this other girl behind the bar, when I go cash my check or cash my tab, she's like, oh, I'm really sorry about that. Here's $15 for putting up with her. I was like, okay, thanks. So I took that, and then the people who sat down at our table were kind of like, I don't know, like your prototypical like biker dudes, but they were playing this weird ass game where they take the helium out of the balloon and then they get high and they're just like this. I don't know. I have no idea why I was dreaming like this. I think it was a total acid trip. I don't know. I don't do acid as a joke. And yeah, and then I just woke up and I was like, man, that was the coolest fucking dream ever. Like, imagine if that really happened. I would totally be okay with that. Yeah, because there was this hecka beautiful mermaid girl who kissed me, and I turned into a merman, and we lived forever and stuff, and it was freaking awesome. And if you think you had a better dream, you didn't. And because mine was better. Nothing can tell me otherwise. It was just a weird dream, but it was freaking cool as hell, and I want another one like that tonight. And if I don't get one like that tonight, I'm going to wake up really sad. So, that's my dream. It was probably stupid from what you guys heard, but in my brain, it was fucking awesome. So, yeah. Thanks for listening. Talk to you guys later.